Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. In today's video, we're going to talk about trusted domains for the Edge browser control. You have to actually give the browser control a list of what domains the user is allowed to browse to. And I'm going to show you how to do that in today's video. Okay, today we're going to learn about trusted domains. Now, I showed you a little demonstration at the end of the last lesson. Let's go to PCResale.net. Go to the links page, and here you'll find links to other domains, other websites, right? If I try to go to any of these, including my own, it will open up externally in whatever your web browser is, in this case, Edge. I normally use Chrome myself, but I open it up in Edge just to show you guys. Okay. Obviously, that's less helpful if your users can only go to a specific, a specific website. Again, I'm going to reiterate that Microsoft is they're erring on the side of caution, and I understand why they're doing this. And generally, you're not going to build something in Access to try to replace your user's web browser. Right? You're not going to try to replace Chrome or Edge, whatever. Usually, this tool is designed to allow you or your users to go to a specific site, right, to get information, to push information, like submit a form, that kind of stuff. So the thought is that you're going to set up, you, the developer, right, the admin, you're going to set up a list of sites they're allowed to go to, okay? And then they can't browse in the window going anywhere else. Now, you can still you could still put a button there and give them the command to go to a different site, okay? Or if you give them an address bar up here, right, they can type in wherever they want to go up here and launch that site. The trusted domains only refers to places they can go by clicking on links inside the browser itself. Okay, if you give them buttons over here, you can go wherever you want. All right, so how do we set up a trusted domain list? Well, we're going to create a table that has a list of the domains that are allowed for your users to go to in it. Okay, so we're going to create table design. Now, it doesn't matter what this table is named. It doesn't matter what other fields you have in here, but the first field has to be the domain name, okay? So I'll just call it trusted domain, and we'll make that a short text string. You can put other stuff in here if you want to. You want to add notes, you want to add a date, whatever you want. I'm going to put a date in here, right? Date added, just so we can sort them based on the date that you added them, if you want to. All right, I'll make the default value equals now. Okay, save it. Now, again, the name of the table doesn't matter because we're going to specify it in the properties for the control. So I'm going to call it trusted domain T. Primary key. Now be careful of this. Be careful because that first field has to be your trusted domain. And if you say yes here, Access is going to add an ID auto number, which you don't want. Okay? But what you can do, delete that. What you can do is you could make this trusted domain field the primary key. Go to table design, hit the primary key button. Okay? Now, yeah, it's a text field. And yes, I say that almost always you should have a primary key. It's an auto number. This is one of those rare exceptions because Microsoft has deemed that first field has to be the trusted domain. And you don't want to double up on these anyways. There's no reason why you'd want to add this multiple times, right? Once the domain's in here, there's no reason to have it a second time. So this is fine. Okay, let's save this, close it. Now let's go into our browser control design view, open up the properties for the browser itself. Under, is it other? Where is it? Data? It's under data. You think that would be under other, but it's under data. Okay, trusted domains right here. Pick your trusted domains table right there. Okay, save it, close it, close it. Now we don't have any domains in here yet, so let's open this up and we're going to put in here a trusted domain. All right, so let's make this nice and big so we can see the whole thing. I'm going to put in here https:// got to put the whole thing, 599cd.com. Okay. Save it, close it, open up the browser, go to PCResale.net, go to the links page, go to this right here, click, and it loads in the browser now because it sees it in the trusted domain T. Okay. All right, let's go back. Let's try to go to Google. All right, Google loaded up in my external browser because it's not in the trusted domain T. So let's go to trusted domains, https://google.com. Close it. Let's try to go to Google again. It's still loaded up in the external browser. Why is that? And I left this in the video intentionally. Because the trusted domain table gets read when the browser is initialized. Okay? So you have to close the form and then reopen it. And now you should be able to go to Google. And still can't go to Google. Oh, what happened? Well, let's take a look at the exact domain. Click up here and click again. Look at that. There's a www in front of it. Yeah, you got to have that as part of the domain name. Copy that. Come back out here. Close the browser. Open this up again. Put that in here now. You don't really need that trailing slash if you don't want that, but you have to have anything in front of that domain there. That's technically a separate domain. All right, let's try it again. Close it. Open it. PC resale. Links, Google, and now we're good. Okay, so you got to reload the browser, and you have to have the exact domain. If it's got any like stuff before the google.com, you got to have that in there too. All right, here's another interesting scenario. Go back to the links page. Notice I have a link in here taking you to my website with just HTTP. Okay, HTTPS is the secure site. Most commercial websites nowadays have a secure certificate, they call it. All right. Some don't. Like PCResale.net does not have one. I didn't buy one for this because it's only a training database, a training website. I only use it for teaching classes. I don't take any like credit card numbers on the site, so it doesn't need to be encrypted. Okay. Now, if I try to go to this one, it's going to open up in the external browser. Okay. There it is. So I'll close that. I'm going to add the HTTP version of that to the trusted domain list. And now let's see what happens. Come back out here, PC resale, links, go to this one, and it loaded. I do want to show you one thing though, and this is interesting. Close this, go back into the trusted domains, remove this one. Where is it? Remove the secure one. Okay. Now, if I come in here, go to PC resale, go to links, now try to go to this one, which this is still in the trusted domain table. I removed this guy. Click and watch what happens. Again, it opened up in my external browser. Why is that? Well, I have programmed my website. If you go http://599cd.com and you press enter, the browser, my website is automatically programmed to redirect all traffic to HTTPS because I want them to be on the secure side, encrypted. I don't allow traffic. So that's something that my web server does. A lot of sites do it. And if you don't have this in there, it won't work. So you got to have both of them in your trusted domain table if there's a possibility of going to the unsecure version. So I'm going to put that back in like that. Okay. And the same thing, I put a bunch of these in here. The same thing's going to happen on YouTube. The same thing's going to happen on LinkedIn. A lot of other places that you go to. You got to have these in your trusted domain list if you want the user to be able to browse to them from inside the browser. You also have to add any domains if they forward as well. Let's go back to here. Go back to links. I just added my website, my personal website, which really just takes you to the about page on my domain. But richardross.com forwards to 599CD and then a page on there. But let me show you. If I take out this guy, okay, and I go back to the browser and I go to my website right here, click on it, again, it's going to open in my external browser because that forwards to 599CD. Okay, so domains sometimes forward to other domains. Those have to both be in your trusted domain list. So again, I have to come back in here and put this in here. Okay. And now that I'm thinking about it, you got to make sure you also have And this would be just HTTP, I believe. That's just a domain forward. So now it should work. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Nope, still opened up externally. Probably have to have both. If it's not working and you can't figure out why, put both of them in there. Okay. Let's give it a shot. Ready? And there it goes. Okay. So what do you got to try? If it's not working, try the HTTP version as well as the HTTPS version. Remember, some of them don't have www, some do. It won't always show in your address bar. You got to double check it. Okay. YouTube, for example, requires both. All right. So you need HTTPS, youtube.com, and www.youtube.com. And sometimes you're running into links that are m.youtube.com. And I think sometimes they also have like a u2.be, I think it is, or something like that, one of those shortened domains. So you got to have all of those in there if you're getting different links to different YouTube videos. Now, there's one other situation you're going to run into as well, where you can't really get it to work easily. Go to my website, for example, and if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, I got these little buttons down here that take me to YouTube, LinkedIn, and this is my RSS feed. All right. No matter what you do, if you click on this YouTube link, it's going to open up in the external browser, even though I've got it in my trusted domain list. Why is that? Well, this I have set in the HTML to open in a new browser window. All right, here I'll show you. If you just come down to my website, click on my YouTube channel, it opens in a new browser tab. Okay? Or if you try to go to my LinkedIn page, you click on that, it goes to, right? So that's something that's built into my site. It's designed to open in an external window. You can't get around it easily. You can rewrite the JavaScript or the HTML in the page itself, but that's really complex, and I'm not going to go into that today. All right, if you examine this, if you go to right-click and then come down to Inspect, it opens up the inspection, and you can see right here. Okay, there's the image, and here's the hyperlink. It's a target equals blank. That tells the browser to open up that link in an external window or a new browser tab, and there's not much you can do about it. Okay, is it possible to rewrite the HTML in here? Yes. Am I going to cover that today? No. I probably won't cover it in a Tech Help video, but if enough of you want to see it, I'll cover it in maybe a seminar or a developer lesson because it's fairly complex. I do want to mention Daniel Pinot has another good article and video called Bypassing Trusted Domains. And he has figured out a way that you can rewrite the JavaScript in the page and intercept the user's clicks in the browser control. It's pretty cool stuff. I'm not going to go into it, but he does a really good job of explaining it. All the source code's on his website. It allows you to completely get around having to have a trusted domains table, and it's worth a view. Go check it out. I haven't tested it myself, but it works in the video, so I trust him. He's got a lot of great material. Again, personally, I find that most people who are going to be using the Edge browser control are going to be using it on specific sites. So if you need this, go check it out. But me personally, I'm fine with the trusted domain list. I just put in there the 2-3 sites I'm going to work with, and that's good enough for me. If you want to learn more in today's extended cut, we're going to build a bookmark combo box. I'm sure you've seen in browsers where you got bookmarks, right? You can save different sites that you like to go to on a regular basis. Well, we'll do the same thing. We'll make a little drop-down box, and you can pick it, and it'll go to that site. All right, here it is. Drop it down. Go to Google. Boom. Okay. We'll make a list items edit form. What does that mean? Well, if you want to edit these items, you just click this button, and this guy opens up, and you can add stuff easily in there. Right? Drop it down. Click this button. Maybe I want to be able to go to Microsoft, right? Microsoft.com. It'll automatically add in the HTTPS for us. Okay. And then we'll make this button here where I can say, add the URL to my trusted domains table. Click that. And it will not only add Microsoft.com, but if you look in the table, it will add all 4 versions of Microsoft.com, right? There's HTTP, there's HTTP triple W, there's HTTPS, and then there's HTTPS www, so you don't have to add all 4 versions. All right, makes it much easier for you. Now you can drop this down, click on that, and go right to Microsoft. And buy whatever Microsoft's got on here, the Surface laptop or whatever. Okay, all right. So that's all covered in today's extended cut videos for the members. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut videos. There's hundreds of them, folks. There's a lot of stuff to watch. And gold members can download these databases that I build in these videos, and you get the code vault, and you get all kinds of stuff. And everybody, all the members, silver and up, get a free lesson once a month. So there's lots and lots of reasons, lots of perks, lots of benefits to joining. Check it out. You'll find a link down below. But that is going to be your tech help video for today. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time for part 7. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have below. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Want to learn more? Click the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. YouTube does a pretty good job of hiding it. It's right down there. See this part of the description here, right? The name, the video's up here. There's a little Show More down there, right down the bottom. It's kind of hard to find. But once you click on that, you'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. And YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted like they used to do. But if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. And you can pick how frequently to get emails from me, either as they happen, daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, if you'd like to become a paid member of my channel and receive all kinds of awesome perks, click on the Join button. You'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks, including my extended cut videos, access to my code vault, lots of VBA source code in there, template downloads, and lots more. I'll talk more about these perks at the end of the video. Even if you don't want to commit to becoming a paid member and you'd like to help support my work, please feel free to click on the tip jar link. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got some puppies to feed. But don't worry, no matter what, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you really want to learn Access and you haven't tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, and more. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? The whole thing, free, 4 hours. Go watch it. And okay, a lot of you have told me that you don't have time to sit through a 4-hour course. So I do now have a quicker Microsoft Access for Beginners video that covers all the basics faster in about 30 minutes. And no, I didn't just put the video on fast forward. But I'll put a link to this down below as well. Now, if you like level 1, level 2 is just $1. That's it, $1. And that's another whole 90-minute course. Level 2 is also free for paid members of any level, including supporters. So if you're a member, go watch level 2. It's free. Okay, want to get your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my tech help page and send me your question there. Members get priority, of course. While I do try to read and respond to all of the comments posted below in the comments section, I only have time to go through them briefly a couple of times a month, and sometimes I get thousands of them. So send me your question here on the tech help page, and you'll have a better chance of getting it answered. And while you're on my website, be sure to stop by my Access forum. We've got lots of lively conversations about Microsoft Access and other topics. I have a fantastic group of moderators who help me answer questions. Shout out to Alex, Kevin, Scott, Adam, John, Dan, Juan, and everybody else who helps out on the site. I appreciate everything you do. I couldn't do it without you. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too, but I don't like Facebook. Don't get me started. Now, let's talk more about those member perks if you do decide to join as a paid member. There are different levels: silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut tech help videos, one free beginner class every month, and some other perks. Gold members get all the previous perks plus access to download the sample databases that I build in my tech help videos, plus access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use, the code that I build in most of the videos. You'll also get higher priority if you do submit any tech help questions. Now, answers are never guaranteed, but you do go higher in the list for me to read them. And if I like your question, you got a good chance of it being answered. You'll also get one free expert level class each month after you've finished the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus even higher priority for tech help questions. You get access to all of my full beginner level courses for every subject. And I cover lots of different subjects like Word, Excel, VBA, ASP, lots of different stuff, not just Access. These are the full length courses found on my website. You get all the beginner ones. In addition, once you finish the expert classes, you get one free developer class per month. So lots of training. And finally, you can also become a Diamond sponsor. You'll have your name or your company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown on each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you again soon.